I'm good on my side. And welcome to Global Racing Esports Network. I am your host, Mike Lester, and we are here once again with the Global Racing League and the Global ARCA Series here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And I am blessed to be up here and get a partner tonight. Dale Brooks is up here in the booth with me tonight. Dale Brooks, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good, Lester. Looking forward to some good action here. I think these drivers are going to put on a great show. We're wrapping up the season here for Xfinity, so points are going to be a premium, and I think these guys are going to put on a great race. We're here at Charlotte, so this track's always fun.
Oh yeah, most definitely. The points are definitely going to come into the picture tonight, along with the Charlotte Motor Speedway is such a fun track. In my opinion, it's a really fun track. It's a really fast track. You can do a lot of damage on the track, as long as you keep your car clean. But you also can do a lot of damage if you're not careful on that track. What are we going to have to look out for tonight on this track?
With these setups, Mike, they're running fixed setups, so everyone's going to have a equal setup. I think there's going to be some pretty tight pack racing, and on early on in the run, and then whoever takes care of their tires throughout the run, you might see them start to pull away a little bit. But you're going to see a lot of tight racing. A small mistake could take out, a bunch of cars. So we're going to have to definitely keep an eye on that. Um, and I think the strong runners, I know DJ's up there in the points. DJ Honeycutt, he's always fast. Gerber's fast. So we're going to see a lot of good racing for sure.
Yeah, the top three drivers in the points chase here: DJ Honeycutt, Stephen Hayes, and Josh Camford. DJ Honeycutt. Oops, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. DJ Honeycutt has just been on a tear this season with 4 wins. I do believe that's what it says. I think I cut something off here, but he got 4 wins tonight or this season. But he could have one bad race, and Stephen Hayes could have a good race, and there's only a 62-point difference between them. And then 9 points behind that is Joshua Camper. So it's still tight race. If you have one bad race, it could put everybody else right back into the mix.
Oh, most definitely, Mike. And we got Stephen Hayes out here right now starting his qualifying lap. He's just coming up on his warm-up lap here.
All right.
Got Mark Royce is out there. Tyler Honeycutt's out there. And DJ just also left as well.
Yeah. So yeah, let's ride with Stephen Hayes since it looks like he was the first one out. We're gonna ride with him around the first lap. You see, he just finished his out lap, and this would be the first lap. Now, at Charlotte with these tracks, normally like I like to take it easy on that first lap and try to make the second lap my money lap. Is that about the same here in Charlotte with these ARCA cars?
Yeah, Mike, that's what I would do personally. I would take it real easy on the first lap, get the tires a little warm. It doesn't look like Steven's doing that, but I'm not driving tonight. Maybe that's the quickest way. But yes, I like to do the second lap as my hot lap.
All right. Well, Stephen Hayes finishes his first lap with a time of 30.86. I have not done any races this week in Charlotte to know that if what's really fast. Ricky Mosier comes in with 30.98. Now, Ricky Mosier, he doesn't have the finishes to prove that he's been driving well, but he definitely has the speed uh, out there. DJ Honeycutt jumps up to the top spot with a 30.74. And then Stephen Hayes gains it right back on that second lap with a 30.64.
And DJ comes in with a 30.473 with the pole spot right now.
Whoa, that's just, I mean, he's almost 2/10 quicker than the second place of Matthew Escalera. And definitely want to bring up Matthew Escalera returning from overseas. And you being a service member and coming to the end of your service, now he's just getting started with his. Me being done with mine, 25 years ago. Always glad to see our service guys come home safely.
Oh, definitely, Mike. Definitely want to give a huge shout out to Matthew Escalera. He's an Air Force guy. Just got back from a deployment, so kudos to him for serving the country. And glad to have him back in Global. He's a great racer. Excited to see what he's going to do tonight.
Oh, most definitely gonna have to. Might have a little bit of rust on him for being out as long as he was. Like I said, like we said, he was out there serving uh, overseas and out there in deployment. And I don't think they allow you to bring your rig out there with you. So
Maybe the Air Force, Mike. Maybe the Air Force, but definitely not in the Navy. No
I
room in
would,
the Navy for the
yeah,
racing rig.
yeah. If I would have tried that in the Army when I was in, if I had like that, my sergeant would just look at me and tell me to drop.
Nah, I'm just teasing them. The Air Force is great service. My brother's in the Air Force, so I got a lot of respect for those guys, and they're just as important as anybody else. And again, big thanks to Escalera for going out there and protecting us while we were able to race back home here. So again, much thanks to him.
Most definitely, 100% agree with that statement. Us being servicemen and former servicemen, it makes it's a little near and dear to our hearts. These guys out here.
Yeah, we're really lucky, Lester. The league that you and Kenny put together, I don't think you guys purposely went out and sought out service members, but for some reason, we have a lot of service members, a lot of prior service members, and just it's a great league. I think it makes people respectful and everything else. So it's crazy how many service members gravitated to the league.
Yeah, like you said, that was never our intention. We just wanted to put on a good, fun league and try to keep it like that. But I guess that just drew all the service members. I mean, Jeff Weimer, Ronald Holmes, yourself, myself, Kenny Heath, Matthew Escalera. Just to name a couple of guys who have served or still serving. So, hey, whatever
Right.
makes a
And
good league.
even the guys that haven't served, Mike, they always have pretty patriotic paint schemes on. They're always supporting like Mission 22 or POW MIAs and everything. So it's just it makes you appreciate everybody that does that. We always do charity races or not charity races, but like special event races like you guys do for my dad every third race of the season. We always it's a very thoughtful league, and most everybody's really respectful and has, I think, just genuinely a good person and has a good heart.
Yeah, I can't even put no more to that statement. That we definitely enjoy Dale Brooks Senior Classic. So it's like our Daytona. No matter what track it's at, everybody wants to win that race, just because it's a Dale Brooks Classic.
All right, Mike. Looks like the starting grid is set here. So if you want to go ahead and start off here with the starting grid, and then
I'll do the first 8 and give you the last 8. Okay. So we're going to start off the pole sitter for the night, DJ Honeycutt, with a whopping 30.473 on his qualifying. Coming in second, outside pole, Brad Miner. Steve Gerber is going to be third. Fourth is going to go to Matthew Escalera. Fifth is Tyler Honeycutt. Sixth is going to be Stephen Hayes. Ricky Hudgens with a pretty good qualifying lap, and he's going to start seventh. Josh Camphor is going to be eighth.
And then in ninth, we got Donnie Honeycutt. Wrapping up the top 10, we got Daniel Ott. 11th is Ricky Mosier. 12th, Jason Schilling. 13th, Jeff Weimer. 14th, Sean Stamper. 15th, Hector Garcia. And 16th with Mark Royce. And just by the looks of it, Mike, Matthew went out there and ran in the top. He got the 4th starting spot, so maybe not a whole lot of rust out there.
And you're probably right. Very excited to see what that number 21 machine of Matthew Escalera can do after this long period off. I know today when I got on racing, he was practicing Charlotte, so it's good to see him out there, regardless of where he finishes. If he wins the race or he comes in last, it's always great to see him out there.
Yeah, most definitely, Lester. Definitely. Like I said, really happy to have him home. And he was always a great racer before he left, and I think he's going to pick up right where he left off.
Yeah. All right, so he's gonna inherit the outside pole right there next to DJ Honeycutt. Brad Miner choosing not to grid, or he's still in the bathroom. You know, Sean Stamper is not on the field. Brad Miner is being showed. Where is? I don't know where Brad is, but we won't worry about that right now. We know that he's not. He missed the green flag, or missed the grid. Sorry, not the green flag. He missed the grid. So we got 14 cars on the track that did not miss the grid, and these guys are fixing to take the green as soon as this pace car drops down the pit road. Well, 70 laps here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
And this is this league's starting to become a Honeycutt fanatic league here. We got 3 Honeycutts now.
3 Honeycutts. Tyler coming on board. That was the older brother. Green flag in the air. DJ Honeycutt takes us to the start-finish line going into turn 1. Gets a good jump off of Matthew Escalera. Matthew Escalera trying to grab that second spot away from Steve Gerber. It looks like he's going to be able to make it.
DJ pulled out to a pretty good lead there right off the bat. He got a great start. Everybody else looks like they're starting to try to single file out. We got Matthew Escalera in second, and Steve Gerber right behind him, and then followed by Stephen Hayes.
And followed by Stephen Hayes is Josh Camphor, one of those top 3 guys that are in the points lead right now. So he's wanting to have a good race tonight, and hopefully these other guys right there, Stephen Hayes right in front of him, also second in points, trying to chase down the 15 of DJ Honeycutt. Ooh, did you see that? Stephen Hayes.
Oh, yeah.
78.
Stanford almost got into the back there of Stephen Hayes.
Good checkup, and good checkup for Tyler Honeycutt right there behind him, not getting in the back of 78 when he had to check up.
What DJ's a great racer, so I'm sure he's not going to do it. But what he's going to want to make sure is that he's not burning his tires up there with getting this big lead. I don't think we're going to have a lot of cautions, and tires are going to come into play here. Sure.
We got 2 abreast down here. Stephen Hayes trying to get around 19 of Steve Gerber. Steve Gerber, slight advantage at the start finish line, but Stephen Hayes got that inside line. Now we see the 3 cars down there of Matthew Escalera, Stephen Hayes.
Oh, we got a spin on the. Oh, he saved it. He's in the wall in the back of the field.
Mark Royce. Oh, he's able to get down onto the apron, but did a lot of damage done to the right side of that 50 Napa car. So he's gonna bring it in real hot. Gonna come to the start the pit road and pretty much probably park that car. He's probably got a lot of damage. All right, so back up front, we got DJ Honeycutt still in the lead. Steve Gerber making the pass on Matthew Escalera.
Yeah, Gerber's always fast, Mike. He knows how to drive these cars, and he's good at managing his stuff. So it's not surprising to see him up here, and I won't be surprised if he runs down Honeycutt.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think all the races that I've broadcasted with Steve Gerber in it, he performs very well, and he's always up in the top five. If not the top five, he's definitely in the top 10.
Hayes is taking a look on the outside of Stanford or Camphor, sorry. He
Now,
pulls back in.
now you being kind of a track guy and kind of a, I would like to say like probably a racing nerd would probably be the best way to describe it. Here at Charlotte, what would be the favorable line for you to go around this track? Would you go on the high side to the middle, or what Stephen Hayes is doing is down there on the low side?
It just depends, Mike. Passing here is difficult. Getting the pass done on the low side is difficult. So if I'm out front like DJ is, I'm hugging that bottom line. But if I'm trying to get a pass done, I might fake down low and go up high. Just you get a big run off the turn if you're running the high line, and it's probably the easiest way to pass you.
Well, I thank you for the explanation there, and we're following DJ Honeycutt, but like you said, Steve Gerber is fast. He puts his left side tires on that grass a little bit, but he's fast. Now Stephen Hayes. Stephen Hayes is shot up to third place, was just fifth place 2 laps ago.
Yeah, he's another fast driver, Mike. I mean, all the guys in here are fast, but he's another, he's always up there every week. He seems to find trouble every now and then, but he is a very fast guy. He knows how to take care of his stuff as well. If he stays out of trouble, he definitely has a chance to win this race. And Steve Gerber just pulled right up to the back of DJ Honeycutt. I mean, he's right there.
I mean, all three of them are right there. You got DJ Honeycutt, Steve Gerber, Stephen Hayes. Going to be a good battle for the lead. Looks like all race long. Stephen Hayes looking on the low side of Steve Gerber now.
Yeah, you'll see, Mike. I haven't driven these cars this week. I don't know exactly, but I bet you're going to see it's hard for Steven to make that up. I was wrong. You're going to see the run that Gerber gets, and probably going to do a crossover here.
Yeah, I think Stephen Hayes was catching the advantage of the 15 car being right there in front of him and pulling that draft. Brad Miner is reporting that Brad Miner crashed. Let's go back and see what happened to Brad Miner. I think it was it looked like, yeah, he just, I don't know, he just came down, I don't think he crashed. I think he just came down pit road or the apron and stopped the car and jumped to the pits. So, well, let's put it back on live TV. Okay, back here, looking at Steve Gerber trying to chase down Stephen Hayes again.
In the back, we got a little side-by-side action. Looks like Jeff Weimer might be on the outside of Donnie Honeycutt.
Back here, looks like Donnie Honeycutt's getting a slight advantage, but Jeff's holding strong. Oh no, sorry, that's Donnie and Tyler Honeycutt. Jeff Weimer made the pass.
Sorry about that, Mike. I was on blimp, so I didn't catch a
that's
perfect
fine.
view of it.
No, that's definitely fine. But back here looking at the 73, and as Dale was talking earlier in the broadcast, all these guys love to support our troops, love to support Mission 22, which Jeff does on a regular basis. But right now he's supporting the Marines and the American flag. So good paint scheme on that number 73 car. Okay, back up front, the race continues to be for that second spot right now. Stephen Hayes has it. Steve Gerber has not given up on getting it back. Josh Camphor right there, not too far behind. Look at Ricky Hudgens.
Herb on the outside. That outside line, I told you, Mike, it's going to work a little bit later on in the run. I mean, Gerber just drove on the outside and just literally went right around him with pretty good ease.
Give Steve Gerber back the second place. Hopefully these guys can get it in line and chase back down the leader, DJ Honeycutt. But some big movers. Josh Camphor up 4 spots to fourth place. Ricky Hudgens up 2 spots in the top 5 there. I do like that Camel Joe cart from Ricky Hudgens, except for the fact that he just lagged out of my screen for a minute.
Yeah, Mike, you see DJ pulling just a little gap on these guys, but other than that, 1 through 6 are pretty close. And after the sixth place car, there's a little bit of a gap back to seventh. But I'm telling you, these guys are just such even racers. They're all fast. They're all good drivers. You're gonna definitely see some comings and goings here as people wear out tires.
As we're looking back at the seventh place, Daniel Ott being chased down by Jeffrey Weimer in the 73. Donnie Honeycutt not too far behind them as well. So good battling going on all around this track.
Yeah, speaking of Donnie Honeycutt, he hasn't put a great finish together yet, but I know he's DJ's father, and he hasn't been iRacing that long. And to come out here and compete with the guys he's competing against that have been on iRacing for a while, he does a phenomenal job. He's a real respectful driver, and he's a pleasure to race with.
I'm pretty sure he would appreciate those fine words from you, Mr. Brooks. So I have not said it yet because I've actually had Mr. Brooks to talk to, but want to give a big shout out to everybody watching this race over on YouTube and Twitch. You got a favorite driver you want to give a shout out to? Let us know. We'll give a shout out to them. Let them know you're thinking about them. Who you think's going to win this race? But put your comments down. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a like if you're enjoying this broadcast.
Looks like Ricky Hudgens just got by Josh Camphor.
And here comes Matthew Escalera trying to come around in the 78 as well, but floats back. But 28 is able to make the pass. Ricky Hudgens passes Josh Camphor for fourth place. Hector Garcia. Now, Hector Garcia is a newer driver as well. Just now has gotten he started racing with a controller and has just now got a steering wheel a couple of weeks ago. So, but I see a vast improvement on his driving skills since he's gotten that steering wheel. So he's another guy to watch, see how well he moves up the ranks here in global. I'm very excited to watch him.
Yeah, Mike. I don't know how he did it on a controller, so kudos to him. The wheel's going to help a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I remember playing like Gran Turismo when they had the online thing and they had NASCAR races, and I used the controller then. But it's a lot different with a console than it is a computer simulation game. I mean, I like you said, I don't see how he could play this with a controller.
No, definitely agree, Mike. Those games are considered arcade games, maybe slight simulation, but this is a full simulation simulator. It's not even really referred to as a game. So driving with a controller, with the way that these cars drive, so much like real life, very, very. I can't even imagine. I have a hard time driving them with a steering wheel. So
Yeah, I mean, I think I've been doing this for uh, over 2 years now, and like I've had thousands and like couple thousand starts, and I have 30 wins out of those thousand wins. So my winning percentage is not that high, and I have a great steering wheel. So it's very hard to get wins especially in leagues like ours.
yeah, Mike. I mean, when you put a bunch of guys together that race with each other every week, it makes them all better. And competition is just so stiff. To get a win is not easy. You make one mistake, and your possibilities of winning go down by so much. You almost have to be flawless in these races to get the W. And we can see now that DJ's really starting to stretch his legs a little bit. He's running consistently faster times than Gerber, and he's just slowly pulling away from the field.
Yeah, at the line the last time by, he was almost 2/10 of quicker than Steve Gerber, and probably about 3/10 faster than Stephen Hayes. So, depending on, I think these guys say they can go around 60 laps on a tank of fuel,
Yeah,
but I'm not.
pit,
So,
pit strategy is going to be huge here. Whoever makes the right call in the pits, when to pit, if they get lucky and don't get a caution or whatever. But I think pit strategy is definitely going to play a big factor. Somebody like Gerber might try to undercut DJ Honeycutt.
oh, Gerber
DJ's
up in the
fast, so
wall. Gerber in the wall. Sorry about that. As you were talking about him, I jumped back to him, and he was up in the wall. Now falling back to third place. Stephen Hayes getting around him. Now under fire from Ricky Hudgens.
I'm taking a look at his car, Mike. I don't see any significant damage at all. He's probably going to be fine. He probably just got up a little too high there, and that wall will kind of suck you in. But I see no visual damage on his car.
Yeah, we're looking at the right front suspension. Now looking at the rear suspension. You're right. There is not a lot of damage, but he might have went up there and scraped it and just cost him some. Only thing it cost him probably was some time.
That gives the second place spot right now back to Stephen Hayes in that 8 car.
Whataburger car. Do you have Whataburgers up there where you're from?
We do not. That's a Midwest thing, or
We had one
yeah.
we had one in Hepzibah, Georgia, when I was going to high school. So it might be a southern thing as well, but they have some great burgers.
I have eaten that Whataburger. Just don't have them here in California.
As we see a battle right now, Ricky Hudgens getting around the 19. So even though we have no significant damage on that right side, hitting that wall. Oh, we got 8 car coming down the pit road.
It's about that time, Mike. It's halfway through the race. He's going to do the undercut here and see if he can pick up some time on DJ.
And we'll pay attention to that and see how that works. I mean that's a big risk you take because you're going to go at least a lap down to the leader, and you're going to have to go all them laps. If DJ can go 60 laps, you're going to have to go 60 laps and wonder if a caution is going to come out. I don't know if I could take that stress.
I think he won't be a lap down for long. If he pits and has a clean pit stop, he probably will definitely go a lap down. But I think he will come out with fresher tires, and because they already have, I believe, about a 2.5-second fall off on time here, so he will be much faster than these guys when he comes back out.
We say that he is coming back out on the track. He is going to be a lap down. He's right behind he's behind 8 cars of the lead lap variety there. So keep an eye on Stephen Hayes and see if that strategy does work out.
Also, Mike, the good thing is this field's not huge, and there's probably not a lot of cars a lap down. So he'll be easily the first car lap down. So he would be the lucky dog if the caution comes out at the right time.
Yeah, oh yeah, I agree. Definitely agree with you there. If the caution came out right now, he'd be fine. But if you think about it, 20 laps, I guess he could come back in and get some more tires, but he'd have to go through the field. Like if the caution came back out right now, he was lucky dog. Instead of have to go through the couple cars he had to go through before, now he's got to go through pretty much the whole field.
Right, exactly. It's definitely a gamble. If it stays green, I think it's very possible that it'll pay off.
As you see, Mark Royce getting around him. Mark Royce multiple laps down. He pitted earlier when he hit the wall and has come back out. Sorry,
You
Mark
can see,
Royce.
Mike. I was watching. I'm watching Stephen Hayes, and he's just carrying so much more speed than these guys. I mean, he's running. He ran a little bit slower this time because he's running traffic, but he's running 30.4s, 30.6, and the leader's running around. Let's see here, 32.4. So about almost a solid 2 seconds difference in lap time.
Yeah, last time by was a 31.29 compared to a 32.57 from DJ Honeycutt. Ricky Hudgens, he's up to second place right now and doing a very good job. He's only a couple tenths slower than our leader. So Ricky Hudgens having a really good race out there tonight.
Yeah, he's another one, Mike. He's such a talented racer. He just seems to find problems. The field's not as big tonight, so maybe he won't find an issue, and he just got to be smooth getting into the pits, not make any mistakes, and he has a chance to put together a good race.
Yeah,
Tyler
definitely.
Honeycutt's now in the pits, along with
That's what,
Donnie.
see the number 1 coming to the pit stall. There's 12 of Donnie Honeycutt already done with his service, and he's out. It's gonna put Stephen Hayes back up to 10th.
Up here on DJ Honeycutt, he's going around at least one more time. Again, DJ's probably playing the long game. He sees that he's the fastest car on the track. Yes, he's losing time right now, but he's just, when you're the fastest car on the track, sometimes I feel like it's best to stay out as long as you can.
Oh, I agree with you. I agree with you 100% on that one. Especially when you know it's a one pit stop or one pit stop race.
And we got Ricky Hudgens coming down, making his pit stop.
Camel Joe. I used to love that Camel. I think that's the reason why I started smoking as a kid.
Looks like Steve Gerber's done with his pit service. He's coming back out on the track.
Yeah. Jeffrey Weimer up to 4th place due to all the pit stops. So if a caution comes out, he'd be sitting pretty nice right there. Matthew Escalera now coming down pit road.
Oh, look, I just heard somebody hit the wall.
Caution's out.
Caution is out.
Ricky
Are
Mosier.
you sure
Ricky
you got
Mosier.
your release mark correct coming into pit road? Yes, I do, sir.
Oh, no, it wasn't Ricky
No,
Mosier.
Jason Schilling.
It was Jason Schilling.
Yeah, let's go
Ricky
back and see
Mosier
what happened
slammed
to
into
Jason. Jason coming off the pit road, locks it up, gets loose, and just smashes. And then Ricky Mosier comes in and collects him. Ricky had nowhere to go. Wow, that sucks for the number 11. Let's ride with the number 11 and see what he sees. Let me get him. Where is Ricky Mosier? There he is right there. Let's ride in the cockpit with Ricky Mosier and see what happened. He's coming around. Here he's coming around. Oh, he sees nothing, but there's not. Oh, he gets on the brakes and there's nothing he could do. Oh, poor Ricky. His day is done. Engine is sitting in the back seat of Jason Schilling's car.
Yeah, that's a tough break. It's definitely not a great feeling when something like that happens to you. But it is racing. Stuff like that's going to happen now and then. As we see the 8 car getting his wave around there.
And DJ Honeycutt, obviously a good beneficiary there, but the biggest beneficiary, I do believe, is that 73 car. Gets to pit, gets to catch back up to the leader and then pit. So he's going to, as long as he keeps his car clean, he should have a good race finish tonight.
Now, I forgot to ask Mike before the race. Do you know how many sets of tires these guys had tonight?
I believe they have 3 sets of tires. You should, if you bring up your info on your screen, it should tell you, like the race info. It should tell you how many tires they do have. But I do believe it is 3 tires. A lot of these guys right in front of DJ Honeycutt, guys like Matthew Escalera, Ricky Hudgens, Steve Gerber, Donnie Honeycutt, Daniel Ott, Hector Garcia. No, Hector Garcia is already a lap down. But Daniel Ott, they're gonna get the wait. They're gonna take the wave around, and they're gonna be the last cars on the lead lap there. It's like Jeff Weimer is going to come out second from the pits. See Stephen Hayes.
Yeah, that was a crazy good call there from Jeff. He made up a lot of track position with that call. He's gonna be right there behind DJ with fresh tires. So kudos to him on a good call.
Yep. Oh yeah, definitely good call from that 73 team to stay out as long as he could and wait for that caution to come out. These races that I should say all of Global has been doing. I mean, all three series have been doing their best job of limiting how many cautions they bring out. So Jeff betting on that long game of any cautions. I think Monday night, the race that y'all did over in Xfinity, the only caution that was there was the competition caution. So basically, y'all went 80 laps without crashing.
Yeah, Mike. I mean, that's definitely something Global's prided themselves on is not, not having 20 cautions in a race. It happens every now and then when we're at short tracks, but it makes it even that much more important to make the right calls and to be mistake free. I mean, if you don't have a caution and you do something in the pits that costs you 3 seconds, I mean, 3 seconds on the track is so much.
Oh, most definitely. And it's very hard. It's very hard to make up those 3 seconds on the track. It's easy to lose them in the pits, and it's so hard to make them up on the track.
Oh, definitely.
As you see the cars on the tail end of the lead line getting the wave around call, and we're gonna go double file. Next lap, we're gonna get green flag back on track.
Now, one thing, Mike, to know, these guys that just took the wave around, they already pitted and probably have, 4 or 5, maybe up to 7, 8 laps on these tires. So Jeff and DJ and all these guys that were still on the lead lap, just a huge advantage there. If we don't get another caution, I don't see these guys being able to keep up. The one person that is going to be okay is because he got the wave around is Stephen Hayes, but he's going to have to let all these cars go by because he got the wave around. He'll start in the very back of the pack.
Well, he won't have to start behind. He won't have to start behind the wave around guys. He will have to start around guys like Hector Garcia, Mark Royce, and Ricky Mosier if they can catch up to him. Pace car down, green flag in the air. DJ Honeycutt once again takes us to the start-finish line, going into turns 1, gets a good jump. Jeff Weimer falling asleep there a little bit. Now Josh Camper under attack from the number 8 of Stephen Hayes. Ooh, Joe. Oh, wow, that was very close. Good job from Josh to hold on to that, but that could have been really bad for a bunch of drivers right there behind him. I don't know. If I seen that clown coming at me, I think I would just pull over to the side and let him go by. Clowns are scary. Maybe that's what he's thinking, that everybody has a fear of clowns and he's just going to get behind them and they're just going to move out of the way. Oh, here we go. Stephen Hayes and Josh Camphor battle for second. Right there behind our leader, Josh Camphor gets a good run. Stalls out on the back end of the 78. Oh, wow. 3-way, 4-way race going in for the lead. DJ Honeycutt doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know who to block because both of these guys are hard charging.
Josh making a run on the outside here, getting side by side with DJ. DJ's going to have a little bit of a benefit of the draft, but then Stephen Hayes moves up high. It looks like Josh is going to get a huge run on the outside here. See if he can clear him coming off turn 4.
At the line, give it to Josh Camphor. Josh Camphor leads that lap. First lap that DJ Honeycutt did not lead. Still side by side.
Sorry, looks like Josh is going to get the pass done right here. He's going to pull down in front of DJ. Actually, DJ moves up. So Josh taking over the lead.
With 25 laps to go, we have a new leader in Josh Camphor.
Let's see how much this clean air makes a difference if Josh can pull away like DJ did earlier. We also have a battle for fifth back there. It looks like the 21 of Escalera and the 28 of Ricky Hudgens battling back in fifth.
Door to door coming out of turns 4, Ricky Hudgens and the 21 of Matthew Escalera. All right, well.
We also have Stephen Hayes making the pass on DJ Honeycutt for second. So DJ led this whole race so far, and now he finds himself in third spot.
And under fire from Jeff Weimer. Now, a car out front handles a lot different than a car that's in dirty air. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, Mike. So the car in the front has all the clean air on the nose of their car. The car is more predictable. It has the most downforce it's going to have, allowing you to turn better. Now, when you get in traffic, that car in front of you is disturbing the air. So the front of your car, when you're running this close, it doesn't have clean air going over it. So you have less downforce on the front. The car is going to feel a little bit tighter, meaning it's going to want to push up towards the wall, and it just drives completely different. So this is the first time tonight that DJ's been feeling the car this way. So he's going to have to make an adjustment here, make some adjustments to his driving, and see if he can work his way back up.
Stephen Hayes, Josh Camphor, second and first right there. DJ Honeycutt leading all this lap, and then all of a sudden now we got 2 new front runners up in the front. Ricky Hudgens and Matthew Escalera continuing the battle back there. Ricky finally getting around Matthew there. Steve Gerber back there in 7th place trying to get up there in battle.
And you can see right now, Mike, these guys are a little more aggressive, and you don't see the big gap that we had at the beginning of the race here for the first 20, 30 laps. Everybody's pretty close. We got a little bit of gaps here and there, but these guys are going to be driving as hard as they can. We got 19 laps to go, so it's definitely crunch time, and these guys are going to be trying to get everything they can out of the car.
Mm-hmm. Oh, most definitely. They already know about how much abuse they can put on those tires. They did a good green flag run to start the race before the caution. So they're knowing about how much abuse they can do these tires, and they realize they could probably abuse them a little bit more with only 20 laps to go. And that's probably what we're seeing right now. Josh Camphor and Stephen Hayes just getting as much as they can out of those tires.
At the line, Stephen Hayes is just a fraction faster than Josh Camphor.
Yeah, top 4 guys right there within 0.3 of a second. Or sorry, my bad. Let me get back up to Josh Camphor before I say that. All within a second.
Josh gets into the wall. He touches the wall. Stephen Hayes is going by him on the inside.
New leader tonight, Stephen Hayes, takes over the first spot from Josh Camphor.
Again, Camphor's not going to have any damage at all. He just barely got into the outside wall, but it killed his momentum.
As we've seen, that's what happened to Steve Gerber earlier in the race. He just touches that wall and just drags the speed way down. Now Stephen Hayes out front.
Looks like DJ is going to be putting on some pressure on Josh here. He's making up some time. I definitely don't count DJ out of the race yet. He's very smart. He may not have been pushing hard to save his tires here, so I wouldn't be surprised for him to make a run back up here and give Stephen Hayes a run for his money.
Oh, I totally agree with you there. You never count that 15 out unless he's sitting on the pit road with the hood up. You never count that man out. But right now, battling, and this is what that number 8 wants to see. He wants to see the 78 battle the 15 as long as he possibly can, because that means he's using up them tires on that bottom line, not being able to get that full arc in coming off the turn.
Yeah, Mike, for anybody that might be watching that might be new to racing, anytime you're running side by side with somebody, you're automatically running slower. And like Mike mentioned, that 78 of Josh Camphor is going to hold him down to the bottom of the track, so he can't exit the turn and let the car wind out. And it definitely abuses your tires, and it also, you're just slower every lap you're running side by side. But he did get the pass done, so now he's going to try to set his eyes on Stephen Hayes up there. But that did allow Stephen Hayes to get a little bit more of a lead.
And I do believe that it's going to be a lot harder to pass that 8 car than it was the 78, as long as the 8 stays out of the wall. He's 15 laps to go. He's not wanting to give up the lead right now. Jeff Weimer taking over for the 3rd spot from Joshua Camphor. Put Jeff Weimer up to 3rd. Josh Camphor trying to do a crossover. Don't think he's going to be able to make it stick. Jeff.
It's really good to see. Sorry, Mike. It's really good to see Jeff run good. He's one of the longer tenure drivers in the league, and he's battling with some elbow injuries on both elbows. It causes his hands to go numb. So to see him up here, battling for these top podium spots is great.
Oh yeah, well, I'm ecstatic. Jeff's been one of my longest iRacing friends that on here, and definitely happy to see him up here in the podium spots right now. And Ricky Hudgens, he's coming strong too. He's back here battling with Matthew Escalera. Good to see both of these guys having good runs.
You're gonna want to get back to the front, Mike. DJ Honeycutt has closed right up onto the back of Stephen Hayes.
We're gonna have a battle for the lead. Stephen Hayes is gonna make his car as wide as he possibly can. Now with these fixed setups, I think the best thing to do, and this is only in my opinion, Dale, but the best thing to do when we got a hard charging car is try to get into his line and stay in his line. As you see Stephen Hayes trying to pin him down, but he's giving up the bottom, and that's what DJ wanted him to do. Was he wanted that bottom.
Right. Right here, Stephen Hayes needs to ride his door as hard as he can, but he didn't do it. He let him go by. Maybe trying to cross over here, but if that was me, I wouldn't have let him have a nice arc into the turn to make him have to check up.
Yeah, here we go. Stephen Hayes not done battling yet, but I don't think his car has enough, or his tires don't have enough to do anything with that 15.
That's what I was worried about, Mike. DJ's just such a smart racer. He didn't let those guys pass him for no reason there at the restart. He was just back there taking care of his tires, and you can tell in the lap times that he's quicker now. Now Steven needs to worry about Jeff. It looks like Jeff might have saved tires too. Jeff's closing that gap up pretty quick here.
Oh shoot, man! I would love to interview Jeff if he was able to get up there and because he's only less than a second behind DJ Honeycutt. If he could get up there and race for the win, man, I would be ecstatic if he was to win this race.
Yeah, it looks like DJ's starting to gap everybody again. He's just, like I said, I race with him every single week. Race him every week in the truck races, unless I'm not there for work. And he races in Xfinity Series with me too most of the time. And he's just fast in every single car. He's a good racer. He knows what he's doing. He's patient, and he just takes care of his stuff. And you can see that right now. I mean, he's just walking away from the 8 pretty easily here. Now, it doesn't mean he can't make a mistake. I mean, you got to stay concentrated. One time of him getting into the wall, and they're caught right back up.
Oh, most definitely. And with 8 laps to go, definitely want to give a big shout out to everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting the league. And thank you for supporting the drivers. We enjoy y'all coming in and watching us every week in and week out.
Right now, Mike, with 6 laps left to go, I think the top 3 are solidly in these spots. Unless something happens, they're pretty much guaranteed a podium finish here. We could always have a caution, or, drivers make mistakes. It's also possible too. But barring anything crazy happening, I think the 3 guys you see up here right now will be your top 3 finishers.
Yeah, right now we got a battle going on for 5th place. Ricky Hudgens owns that real estate right now, but Matthew Escalera trying to pass it with now Escalera under fire from Steve Gerber for 7th. So good battling going on here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. See Matthew Escalera looking on the inside once again.
In my opinion, Escalera is just driving it a little too deep in. He's getting a huge run into the turn, but it's killing. Excuse me, sorry, killing his exit speed. As we see Gerber get around him because of that reason, Gerber just carried so much more speed on the straightaway.
Good rebound from Steve Gerber from hitting that wall earlier in the race. So good, put him up to 6th place. Trying to track down Ricky Hudgens for the top 5 position. Josh Camphor got a little bit of a gap from Ricky Hudgens. Not too much. Ricky Hudgens could possibly get up there and challenge for that. Like you said, our top 3 guys, as long as they stay out of trouble and keep their cars clean, they pretty much got this locked up.
Yeah, the closest battle I see for in the top spots right now are Matthew Escalera and Steve Gerber. And Ricky Hudgens. They're all 3 right there. Any one of them could take.
Ricky up high a little bit there, giving Steve Gerber a big run on him. Matthew Escalera right there too, putting the run on Steve Gerber. Ooh, Ricky goes up and hits the wall just a little bit on that rear corner paddle.
You're going to see Escalera with a huge run right here. I don't know if he's going to be boxed in, though. Nowhere to really go. Oh, he cuts the nose off on Gerb.
These guys are teammates on Sunday, so that's gonna be a very interesting conversation right there.
And here comes Gerber back on the outside.
Ooh,
I think Gerber's going to try to make it 3 wide here. Nope. Gerber's going to be looking on the outside of Ricky Hudgens right here. He's going to get a huge run off the turn. There it is. It's almost 3 wide. Oh, he gets touches Ricky just a little bit there.
Oh, man. I hate to take it off of this, but we're going to have to go back up to the leader for this come across start finish line. Matthew Escalera. Ooh, final. All right. So that happened. Matthew Escalera slid up in front of Ricky Hudgens and got turned around, but coming down the backstretch one last time, DJ Honeycutt going into turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, DJ can almost coast here.
And DJ is going to take the checkered flag. Stephen Hayes 2nd. Jeffrey Weimer finishes 3rd. Great run for Jeff. Definitely big shout out to the 73 team. Josh Camphor going to come home 4th. Steve Gerber is 5th, and Ricky Hudgens 6th. Having a little bit of fun out there at the end of the race. Donnie Honeycutt's going to come home 7th, and Matthew Escalera 8th. We're going to go ahead and bring up the race results. Let's get back to the Jeff Weimer coming up and congratulating DJ on a race deserving win for him. Dominated tonight.
You got the Honeycutt boys out there along with Stephen Hayes burning it down.
Hypershift Motorsports out there just killing it tonight. So
it's good to see DJ win. Me and DJ battled at Indy in the trucks this past weekend, and what a race that was. He had I got lucky and got the first place spot, and he finished right there in 2nd. Like I said, he's always just a tough competitor, always quick. So it's good to see him win.
Oh, definitely okay. See Dad out there celebrating with his son is always great to see. You know, we're always saying we're one big happy family. and this proves it right there. So we are going to pause it right there and give y'all the burnout of the 15, and we're going to go ahead and get on with these interviews. And I'm going to let my buddy Dale here take our first interview of the night. And let me see if I can find him. Where is the old man at? Okay, somebody send Jeff Weimer a message. Tell him to come back into oh, he's over there in the
Is he in the trucks?
he's in a truck. Somebody yell at
All
him.
right, I'll jump out. I'll jump out and I'll go grab him then come right back.
All right. So, all right. So, I do apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Some people just don't understand to come over here when the broadcasting is. All right, there's Jeff Weimer. All right, we're going to move into the broadcast with 2 bad elbows and a really bad case of being old. Jeff Weimer is going to come home 3rd place, the first podium finish of the season for him. Jeff Weimer, Mike Lester in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, before I hand this off to Dale and let him interview you, man, congratulations. You did a job well done. It paid off on that long run, staying out and waiting for that yellow to come out, man. But congratulations on the win. And Dale, you can take it from here, my friend.
Hey Jeff, it's Dale. Just walk us through some of your decisions out there and how the car was and how you're feeling right now.
I feel good, actually. My arms fell asleep a little bit, but
I figured.
shake them off a little bit. But the long run, it started to get a little tight there at the end. The first run, I pushed it a little too hard, trying to make up positions because I qualified so bad. But then there on the second run, I backed off a little bit, but I think I backed off too much because I didn't. DJ was fast. He was really fast. I wasn't catching him, but yeah, the car.
Yeah, what was your thought process there on staying out? Was that a planned thing? You thought that you might get lucky and get a caution?
Yep, that was my thought. Well, Don was my spotter, and he's basically said we ought to stay out, and I agreed with him.
Well, it turned out to be probably one of the biggest moves of the race. You were moving up there, but like you said, I think you pushed a little hard and you were falling off. And I mean, that caution couldn't have come out any better timing. You ended up coming out second after that caution. You got fresh tires and started right behind DJ. One thing I'll say is it looked like you were sleeping a little bit on that restart. But just what a heck of a job. Great run. It's so good to see you run up in the podium spots. I know, you were one of the longer tenure drivers here in Global, and you used to be up here all the time. So, I know your elbows are really hurting you most races. So it's really good to see you up here, and just huge congratulations. And before we let you go, just anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
My wife, Danny.
First time he's got to say that.
Weird. I'm used to saying my girlfriend. Danny, that's my wife. And Sasha, my stepdaughter, and you guys for doing the broadcast, putting on a good broadcast, and all the guys in Global. They're all a bunch of good guys.
Well, it's good to see you up here, Jeff. Hopefully, we see you up here a little bit more. Congratulations on the 3rd place win, and have a good night. And tell Danny we said hey.
All right. Thanks, Dale.
All right.
Thanks, Lester.
All right. Congratulations. That's Jeff Weimer, your 3rd place finisher. Yeah, we're going to send him back to general, man. Man, definitely glad to see him up here in the top 3 positions. But next on the line is going to be Stephen Hayes. Stephen Hayes with a 2nd place finish was one of the first guys to come down pit road. I don't know if it helped him or hurt him. Stephen Hayes, Mike Lester, you got a copy?
How's it going, Michael?
Man, you came home second to DJ Honeycutt once again. Stayed right there with him for the most part. You're going to stay right with him in the points. wasn't able to gain as much as you probably would like, man. Walk us through some of your decisions, like main decision of being like one of the first people to come down pit road. And did that yellow flag hurt you more or help you more?
So my big plan for pitting early was I pushed way too hard starting off in those first 30 laps, I think it was. So I just decided to pit and then try to save a lot more than I did. And then, 3-4 laps later as a caution, which I thought I was going to be totally screwed. But I was able to make my way up to first in line for Lucky Dog, so that was a big help there. So yeah, I started fourth on the restart. I was able to pass second and third there, then DJ, but again, pushed too hard. That's the thing I like to do. DJ just amazing at saving these tires. Every race he does is saving tires, and sure enough, he passes me and gets the win.
Well, y'all definitely put on a really good show. One caution tonight. Man, look forward to seeing what you can do next week. I'm looking to look at the schedule right here. We're going to be going to. You're still second in the points. You're chasing down DJ Honeycutt. You think you got something for him? You think you can make something? Hold on a minute.
I'm not sure. How many races do we have left?
I'm looking at that right now. So we still got 4 races. We got Knoxville.
Races, yeah.
We got a Knoxville dirt track coming up next week, so that's going to be very interesting. And after that, we got Bristol. So we got 4 more races to cut into this lead of his.
Yeah, I think I could pull it off with a couple good finishes and just racing clean, racing hard. I was looking forward to tonight, but I mean, it was just track was so cold and it's just so tight. It's just not my type of racing. I like loose and I like fast. It was tight and slow, not my type of racing. But I'm hoping for some good finishes on the next few races. But yeah, I mean, we'll just see how it goes and see where it takes us.
Well, you say
Well, Steven, sorry
go
about that.
ahead.
I just want to give you I just want to congratulate you on the second place finish, man. I think you did a great job tonight. You overcame some big adversity for sure. I thought your plan was good. I think underpitting was smart in the position you were at, and then the caution came out, and then it kind of gave you a little bit of a break there. You restarted third, and then as soon as you guys did the restart, you pretty much pulled out to the lead.
Fourth.
I just thought that, yeah, sorry, started fourth, and I told Mike I thought maybe you were gonna pushing a little too hard. I saw DJ kind of fall back and was saving his stuff, but still just a great job finishing second place. Heck of a run.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, I definitely did push a little bit too hard, but it's just how it is.
All right, man. Well, congratulations once again. And before we send you back down to General, man, who can we give a shout out tonight to?
Give a shout out to my team, Hypership Motorsports. Bunch of Honeycutts in there. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but good bunch of guys. Love racing with them. DJ with the win. Donnie had a good finish. Unfortunately, Ricky got wiped out earlier in the race, but we had fun. It was a fun race.
Did he ever find his engine?
I don't think he did. He was just talking about he couldn't find it, But give a shout out to you guys. I'm sure you guys put on a heck of a performance up there. Other than that, the rest of the guys in the Global Race and ARCA League, they all race pretty clean, pretty fun. Good group of guys to race with, so glad to be here racing with them.
Well, we appreciate you, Steven. Thanks for the shout out, and have a great night.
Thank you, guys.
Stephen Hayes, your runner-up position. Good race from him. But now we're going to talk. I'm going to give it over once again to Dale, and going to give a interview to this man, DJ Honeycutt, the man who led most of the laps tonight and was able to overcome a late push from these 2 fast cars. DJ Honeycutt, Mike Lester booth, you got a copy?
I got you, Mike.
All right, man. Well, before I hand you over to Dale and he's going to give you the winner interview tonight, I got to tell you, we got a big shout out tonight from Miss Mary Jones saying, Grandma is very proud of you. I'm not trying to ridicule about grandma watching, but I am going to ask you, when are we going to get grandma on the global? We got everybody else. We got to bring grandma in here.
I don't think Grandma's gonna get in a global. I think she's just gonna have to root on from the sideline.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna give you the deal, but man, congratulations on a win. You definitely deserved it. You were definitely the class act. So congratulations, Dale. It's all yours, man.
Hey DJ, how you doing?
Pretty good, Dale. How you doing?
I'm good, man. What a dominating performance tonight. You led, before that caution, you led pretty much every green flag lap that we had. You were pulling away, and then that caution came out. Walk me through your thought process, because I know I race against you every week, and I saw them guys go by you, and I knew you had a plan. Were you saving tires?
Yeah, absolutely. I was saving tires from the time I hit the first turn after taking the green flag, both times. But yeah, that first restart, I just got a super good jump, and I gapped them before I even got to turn one. But yeah, I was just saving it, just running pretty much half throttle that first lap, and then I ran maybe like 5 laps or so at the same pace, and I was like, let me just go ahead and save a little bit more, save some more tires, let them catch back up to me. And then at that point, by the time they caught up to me, they had burned their stuff up, and they really couldn't make a move to get up under me. So I just kept them right there behind me and kept saving my tires, running my race. And yeah, eventually I pulled out. I had a big lead, maybe like 5 seconds or so. And then everybody started pitting. And yeah, I was about to pit maybe like 2 to 3 laps after that caution came out. I was planning around 40, 41 come in. But yeah, that caution came out, and I was like, it's all right. I didn't mind seeing it, but after that, I did change the game plan up a little bit, and then the Camper and Steven, they got around me on that last restart, and I didn't race them really hard. I let them go for the most part. Just kept them right there and within reach. And then
Right, that's exactly what I figured too. When after the restart there, after the yellow, I saw them get by you, and I pretty much, I was definitely, I think I said on the broadcast too that I know DJ's just back there saving tires, and sure enough, within about 10 laps or 5 laps or so, you just caught right back up to him and got by him with pretty good ease there. How was the car handling tonight?
it was pretty good. I mean, burnt the right front up pretty well. That first stint, it was at 65. But I know I was talking to my dad, and he said he was at like 43 or something like that, for his right front. So I definitely saved a bit more than everybody else. But they were still pretty worn. But for the most part, the way I was just running the corners, I was just off throttle pretty much halfway through the corner and just wrapping the bottom. So it felt pretty much that way the whole run. So I never got loose, never got tight at all. So it was handling really well throughout the whole run.
Yeah, that's exactly what you got to do with these fixed setups. You got to change your driving style. We race open setup leagues in the trucks and the Xfinity cars, so we can set the car up to run how we want. But in ARCA, we do fixed setups, so you have to kind of change, your driving style to fit the setup. So great job on doing that. Really dominating performance, and just glad to see you get the win.
And thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. It was real fun out there.
Well, before we let you get out of here, man, we always give you a chance. So anybody you'd like to give a shout out tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Hypershift. They were all battling with me. We're all in the team chat as usual, and they always like to celebrate with me, so I appreciate that. And shout out to thanks to y'all for broadcasting, and thanks to all my family. Hopefully, we got my uncle Dwayne. Got him set up yesterday for his iRacing, so maybe he'll be joining us in the next couple weeks. And just lastly, to Matthew Escalera. Glad to have him back home from deployment. Maybe didn't have the best race tonight, but it's still nice to have him back racing with us.
Well, we appreciate you, DJ, and it's always a pleasure to watch you guys go out here and put on an amazing show. And that's exactly what you guys did tonight. There was some real exciting racing. The way you guys were battling, up there in the lead for a little while until you ended up taking off. But just big congratulations and thank you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, DJ. Well, make sure you tell your dad, Donnie, that his mama's proud of him, and tell Tyler that grandma's proud of him too. Okay.
Well, I'll make sure to pass along the message.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming up here, man. Next week we're going to a dirt track in Knoxville, man. How are you liking that?
It's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be interesting. I'm not sure if Global's ever raced a dirt track with the stock cars before, so definitely be a little something different. Luckily, we got officials we can use to help practice. But I did some laps there. Not long. I think after we made the schedule, I just ran just to see how many how what the fuel mileage was like, and just how it felt. And it's definitely slick. You can't really get on the throttle at all, but it should be fun. Hopefully, it will be a good race.
Well, anytime you guys get on the track, it's always going to be a fun race. It's going to be definitely a fun race to call, man. But congratulations once again on your win, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, man. I'll see y'all Sunday from Michigan.
Yes, sir. All right. So that was your big winner tonight, DJ Honeycutt. And I just realized we have not gone through the grid real quick, or the results. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first 8 and let Dale do the final 8. But your winner tonight, DJ Honeycutt. Second place is going to go to Stephen Hayes. Third, big performance tonight out of this guy. Jeff Weimer comes home third. Josh Camphor fourth. Steve Gerber fifth. Ricky Hudgens with a good performance as well, sitting there in 6th place. Donnie Honeycutt 7th. Matthew Escalera in his return comes home 8th, up there battling with Ricky Hudgens and Donnie Honeycutt for those last positions. Daniel Ott is going to come. Oh, sorry, I went too far. Go ahead, Dale.
Sorry, Daniel Ott comes home in 9th. Tyler Honeycutt in 10th. Mark Royce in 11th. Hector Garcia in 12th. Ricky Mosier in 13th. Jason Schilling 14th. Bradley Miner 15th. And Sean Stamper 16th.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's your results for the night. And I'm going to let Mr. Brooks have the final words. But I'm just going to say this race was very interesting. It was very fun to watch. I enjoyed it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight and supporting the channel, supporting the league, and supporting these drivers. And Dale, you get the last word, my friend.
I just want to thank everyone for coming out and watching the race. It's always a blast to broadcast. I'm not up here all the time. I got busy with work, but just thanks for everyone watching the race. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you guys don't miss any of the action. And just thanks again. We saw some awesome racing these guys put on, and you guys just have a great night.
For Global Racing Esports Network, I'm Mike Lester up here with Dale Brooks. Have a good